Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are putting the front coilovers in and getting the front end lowered. Last episode, as you guys could remember, we lowered the rear end and put on those coilovers. Hopefully we'll be able to get both sides done today. The daylight is going out, so I don't quite know and I need to get right to it. So we're gonna be jacking each side up with jacks and then taking each wheel off, jacking up the control arms to compress the spring so it doesn't fly off on us when we take the the shock off. And then we need to easily lower it down so then it doesn't fly out and it just slowly decompresses, and then we'll take the spring off, throw the new shock in, and call it a day. As we said earlier, we're going to time lapse this side, and that side we're going to show you how we actually did it. So let's get right into it.
Before we get into the install itself, I'd like to talk about this video's sponsor. Max Speeding Rods has provided me with a coupon for y'all to use. Use code MIDNIGHT to get $30 off of your purchase of $300 or more. The coilovers used in this video are some of Max Speeding Rod's best coilovers. For a budget upgrade in suspension, honestly, I have no complaints. After a week of use, they will settle in and become dailyable. They keep your car planted around corners just as any of the more expensive ones would. The only downside I really see to these coilovers is that they're a bit rough on the bumps, but eventually you get used to it. Again, use code MIDNIGHT to get $30 off of your purchase of $300 or more. Thanks again, Max Speeding Rods, for the sponsor. Back to the video.
Alright guys, you just saw us do this side. Unfortunately, the GoPro did die halfway through the thing. I do have extra batteries. This time I made sure I charged all of them. We should be good to go. I adjusted this one, the new one, down about an inch. So then we have that inch lowered on this side because that side looks almost stock still. So we're going to get right into this and I'm going to show you the process. Whoop. Gotta get this jack slid under here, which I should have done first. First thing you want to do is jack up the side you're working on, which I am currently doing. Make sure you are on the right spot, which yes, I am. Next thing, you want to grab a flathead or whatever you need to pull off your hubcaps. Pull that off. And get to work. You want to lift it the rest of the way up? I'm just going to leave that socket on there. Make sure the wheel is off the ground, which it is. This time I have power tools, so that's helpful. Alright, next thing's next. You've got, I'll take my headset off to show you guys this. You've got two bolts, one right here, one right there, and you've got them on the other side. Caliper too, yeah. So for the caliper, you have two bolts right back here, one here, and then one all the way to the bottom. And then you want to take your caliper off and hang it some way. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna break these so then we don't have to spend as much time on those because that's pretty painful to do from our experience yesterday. what he told me to do, which is called shock, I just take the hammer and hit right here a few times, and hopefully that'll loosen it up.
Don't hit the threads.
Don't hit the threads, yeah, because then you'll bend the threads and you won't be able to get the bolt off at all.
Look at that. All right, take it off before you get the phone.
Well then, okay. So if you guys have a breaker bar and you need something broken, just grab a piece of pipe and break it with it. That works. And apparently it did fit. My knowledge of guesstimating sizes isn't the best. Although I can do pretty well with socket sizes now. I'm getting there. Whew. Lordy. Now this time, before we take the bolt off.
Take a marker and mark it.
Yeah. How are we gonna mark it though?
Across the head. Of course, you've already sprayed it with oil. So the marker ain't gonna mark on it.
Not the other side.
Okay. All right, pull up on this. All right, hold. Don't go no further. So it don't turn.
Yeah.
Can you turn your wheel a little bit?
Which way?
Left.
Towards you?
Left.
Oh.
No, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yesterday's left.
Uh-huh. Ugh.
All right.
Alright, that should do me. I don't want to hit my door, and I'm sorry that I hit you guys.
All right. I'm going to try to draw a line straight across.
Alright.
All right. And then the side Straight across, then I'm gonna mark up. That'll be the top. All right.
All right.
All right, like that. Can you see it?
Yeah, kinda.
All right, we're gonna color this too. So we know that's up.
Okie dokie. So the reason why we did that is because there's this weird pin there.
It's a cam.
A cam is what it's called.
All right, I gotta get out. Get the
Jack.
jack. You gotta get the 9/16 deep well.
And I gotta get the.
Sway bar off.
Yep.
You gotta get the jack underneath it.
Alright. Get this underneath it now. The reason why we're doing that is because we gotta take this spring out. And also, we don't want the spring flying out on us.
All right, you're looking at the ground.
Right on that dish. Looks good to me. And then, so now we gotta take the caliper off, control arm off, and then we can take this top bolt off and this bolt.
All right.
Yep.
Then we'll be ready to put back.
Yep. Okay guys, so I'm sorry, I don't know quite where this cut off. Probably earlier. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we did from the get-go. So here's the control arm, well not the control arm, it's the sway bar. This we loosened up, took that off, and then from there we took the brake caliper there and there off. These two bolts, loosened the bottom first, and then the top, and then this came down. And then we had a jack right here to hold up the spring that was there, and then we slowly lowered that down, let the spring out, and we pulled the spring out and set it aside, which was over there, but I think my dad took it. And then we set the, no, we unbolted it from up here, the old one, and we set the new one up, made sure that everything here was tight, everything here was tight, slid this up, and then bolted it back on through here. You want to make sure that this lines up correctly where it used to be, so you want to make sure that you mark it like right over here. You probably can't see that, it's too dark, but I will show you what that is. I'll pull up a picture and I'll narrate over it what it was, and I'll basically explain in a little bit of further detail. But GoPro died again and it didn't warn me, so I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, throw this wheel back on, and then lower it down slowly with a block of wood.
Okay, this is a cam bolt. What the cam bolt does is it rotates in an assembly, in our case the knuckle, and it positions it so then you have control over the cam, well, the camber.
Yes, that looks a lot better than the other side, and it matches almost with the rear. I like that.
Alright, that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more content and to continue watching the build progress of Midnight 2 Valve. Follow me on Instagram for more rapid and recent progress on the build. I had a little bit of extra content for this video, but I ran out of time and it wasn't too important anyway. Anyway, see you next time. This is Killer Mustang out.